So I'm just hearing that the Phoenix Suns and Washington Wizards have agreed to a trade. According to Wojnarowski, the Suns are going to give up Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and several second round picks in a swap for Bradley Beal. So I'm pretty shocked by this trade. Not I'm not shocked that Beal got traded to the Suns because I've been hearing these rumors the last several days. But I always thought that if the Suns had to give up something to get Beal, it would include DeAndre Ayton, that they would have to give him up because he's the only other piece on their team that really has value outside of Booker and Kevin Durant. Chris Paul, I feel, is old and over the hill, but they were able to keep Ayton without giving up. Basically they were able to keep Ayton without giving him up to get Beal. That's a huge steal for them. They basically were able to keep their core intact. Now they're going to have Bradley Beal. They're going to have Booker. They're going to have Kevin Durant, and they're going to have Ayton. That gives them a powerful big four and possibly a super team. I'm not going to just anoint the Suns as the favorites yet to win it all. I got to look at their whole entire roster more in depth to see who they have and just do they have a deep enough team to do it all. But this was a big trade by them. They really got away with having a steal in this situation. Now, I am interested to see how the lineup is going to work with this team because Devin Booker is a natural two in my eyes. He's definitely a natural two. Durant, I don't know if they're going to move him to play three permanently or are they going to have him playing the four because Bradley Beal is too undersized to play anything besides a one or a two. So do you put Bradley Beal at the one? Do you put Booker at the two? But then you have a void at small forward. And you also have a void at power forward. So how does that work? Granted, they can play Durant at power forward. But I find that interesting. Just defensively, how are they going to be a good team now? Just how they're going to make that work. Not to say Shamit was a great defender, Chris Paul, but just the way they're set up, it just strikes me as a team that's going to rely solely on being a super powered offensive team. Will this be enough for them to beat the Nuggets this time around? That's hard to say yet. Like I said, I got to look at the roster and just look at their whole entire roster and see what moves the Nuggets make before I can say anything. I still think their biggest flaw right now is going to be their defense. I don't think this is going to be a good defensive team. Some people say like in this current NBA doesn't matter. I still think defense does matter to a large degree. That you have to be able to get some stops to be a great team, a team capable of winning a championship. So we'll see if the Suns are able to make other moves to better themselves, especially when it comes to depth and fixing some of the holes they have. But it's really interesting that the Wizards allegedly are not getting much in return for him. Chris Paul is way past his prime. Landry Shamet is a solid role player. And the Suns only had to give up second round picks. To me, that's really insane. I don't get it. I would think for Bradley Beal, they could have gotten more. I've heard allegedly Miami was also interested in getting Bradley Beal. And I thought they could have gotten more out of Miami because I think Miami would have been willing to give up first round picks and Tyler Hero and some depth just to get Bradley Beal. But to me, it's just a weird move by the Wizards. It reeks kind of like a Gasol type of trade in this situation. It's like, why did you give up Beal for so little, I believe? Just Bradley Beal is still in his prime. He's still young. I think he's only 29, I believe. So I could be wrong, but I think he's really that young still, or he's just turning 30. So he still has high value. So I don't get it. To me, I just shake my head. But this begins the off season in which we'll probably see even more of these wild trades. So that's all I have to say about it.